Hey, I'm Craig Ward, founder and managing director of Bearhug Recruiting. You're likely watching this because you're either starting to think about or getting ready to launch an executive search. And because you're working with one of our closest investment partners, they've structured a deal with us to cover the cost of our highly acclaimed Search Accelerator Workshop. Normally, it's a $10,000 deliverable for paying clients, but at no cost to you. The biggest mistake I see CEOs make at this stage is not being aware of and therefore not being proactive in setting up the right conditions for a smooth, successful search. You might be thinking that you've already got a good handle on things. Maybe you have a strong network to source from. Maybe you believe your product, your team, and the market position speaks for themselves, and that the deck is already stacked in your favor. But in my experience over the last decade, helping early and growth stage CEOs, the reality is by approaching setup just a little differently, you can punch above your weight class and recruit candidates who seem a level or two above what you thought possible. You can run a truly comprehensive search, ensuring no corner of the market is left unexplored, and actually land the 10x hire that you need. You can cut the time required for you and your team to run the search by half or more, while avoiding the need to bring in a firm like mine later just to clean up the missteps. Because if you don't set it up right, here's what usually happens. You attract the wrong candidates, since the best ones aren't actively job hunting. If you do succeed at generating inbound, you waste a ton of time sorting and sifting. You end up pitching poorly, so they either ignore you, they turn you down, or they string you along. And then you mismanage the process because your team either has too much overlap, they stall in managing the process, or you miss red flags. The result is wasted time, a damaged reputation in the market, a soured candidate pool, and most painful, your company's momentum may slow by 3 to 6 months before you end up having to pay someone like me a hefty fee to come in and fix it. Having seen both sides, both how CEOs approach the search before working with us, and then how things change after we help them set it up right, we realized that we could take that critical setup phase and make it available as a standalone workshop. We're now offering it exclusively through very select investment partners, and it's designed to give the CEOs just like you at this exact moment the same foundation that our retained clients get, but at no cost. So here's what happens in the Search Accelerator Workshop. I'll work with you one-on-one to ensure that you walk away with a compelling pitch, which is crafted just like a written sales letter for a carefully curated set of candidates. You'll also get a comprehensive sourcing strategy so you know exactly where to build your list. You'll get a fully fleshed out recruiting strategy so your team runs the search seamlessly. You'll get a simple, effective scorecard to keep everyone aligned and clear-headed when it comes time to choose between finalists. And in just 2 hours, you'll leave with 2 tangible deliverables. Number 1 is the search blueprint. I'm going to pull the key insights out of your head and produce for you a draft of your search blueprint, which is an internal asset that lays out your written pitch, your sourcing plan, your recruiting strategy, and your scorecard. Second is the Persuasive Position Brief. I'm going to give you custom AI prompts that will convert your blueprint into a candidate-facing asset. This is what will flip top 10% passive executives from not looking to leaning in and wanting to talk. These 2 assets will de-risk your search from the start. It'll shave dozens of hours off setup and alignment, not to mention later stages of the search as well. You can drop them right into your existing workflow so that you can hit the ground running without spending a penny beyond your time, thanks to the partners who directed you here and want to see you succeed. Before we dive into the workshop itself, the only step that we need to take beforehand is to have a short introductory call so that you and I can get to know each other and ensure that the workshop is properly structured and scheduled at the exact time that you need it to get the most out of the experience. From there, we'll confirm the day and time for the workshop, and I'll also share a few things you can do beforehand to prepare. That way, you get the absolute most out of the experience and be set up for the strongest possible outcome in your upcoming search. Go ahead and grab a time slot for our intro call using the link below, and I'll look forward to speaking with you soon.